Alright, I think we're live. So, today we are going to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And I haven't had a chance to play a game for a while. And we are going to play it on a difficult setting, on the hardest setting actually. And we're going to play as Spain, because Spain is probably the most difficult of the countries that I can think of, because it's spread out across the map. And the star of tonight's show will be Chonky Boy. Yes, Chonky Boy is a heavy cruiser that's only 4,000 tons. He's kind of small and fat, just like me. And normally I start the game with light cruisers because they're zippy and awesome, but I want to do something a little bit different. And I really want to be able to mess up the enemy destroyer. So I've got him armed with these 8-inch guns, 8.9-inch guns. They're accurate out to about 5,000 meters. And then I've got all these 2-inch guns just to have lots of DACA to go take him out. And then these I put 3-inch. He's got a boatload of armor, 8-inch main belt, a bunch of deck armor, and that gives me some stability. Got a good spotting range, and so we're going to save Chonky Boy. And we're going to build a bunch of these. And I should probably turn down the music volume. Although the music is awesome. The music's the best part of this game. Well, second best part of this game. Let's see if we can make the music a little bit softer. Let's see here. Sound. We'll go turn it down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so that should be okay. So, the first thing we have to do, let's take a look at the world here. So Spain, right here, Spain. You got some stuff in Africa, you've got all the Caribbean colonies, Cuba, and then over here we've got, the Philippines and South Pacific. And so we're going to have to essentially protect 3 fronts. That's going to be difficult. This is why I chose Spain, because it's probably as spread out and difficult to protect everything as England, except unlike England, Spain's not super wealthy. So let's check out our finances. First off, we need bigger shipyard, because we're going to eventually build dreadnoughts and stuff. And we want to max out our tech budget, and we want to max out our transport capacity because we want lots of economy. And the crew training is kind of right now. We don't really need a lot of crew training, but let's maybe kick you up to 50%. There we go. So next thing we need to do is we're going to go build ships, and we're just going to build all Chonky Boys, because if we look at the new designs, we don't have access to battleships because our shipyard's not big enough. And this light cruiser that I normally will deal with, they're a little bit faster. You got a max speed of 21.5 knots. We can make it a little bit faster for raiding, but they're really lightly armored and they'll get obsolete pretty quick. And so what I think we're going to do is we're going to use the Chonky Boys for our defense, and then we're going to focus on getting a lot of tech for speed and hopefully get the ability to make dreadnoughts. And that's going to be our plan. So if we look at research here, we want to specialize in engines and boilers because that'll be super important, and then hull strengthening, so we can start working our way up towards dreadnoughts. And I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, we probably ought to do a little bit of special machinery. We could try and go for better armor, but I think what we'll do is let's try and get our engines going first, and work towards the bigger ships. And we're going to do cruisers for defense. We'll do some fast raiding dreadnoughts for offense. And hopefully nobody will kick our butt while we're getting tougher. Because if we look at these guys, they've got a GDP, 26 Was it billion, 18 billion, 21 billion, 21, 15. Russia's not that rich. China's not that rich. And here we are as Spain, a whopping 5 billion. Oh my goodness, we are po. We are po. Alright, so we got our research going, and let's go start the campaign. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. I messed up. I messed up. We have to build the Chonky boys. Yep. And let's see, how many can we build? We can build 19 of them. Wow, I almost butchered that, didn't I? Boom. Alright, we got 19 Chonky boys. And we need to figure out where we can start them out at. So we can start out in we can start in Spain, Sahara, Cuba, and Philippines. So we're gonna need to kind of spread these Chonky boys out a little bit, I think. So we got basically 4 locations we have to hold. We have to hold the Philippines and the South Pacific, so we're going to need at least 5 of them there. Africa probably can get away with 4. Cuba's going to need 5, and Spain will need 5. So that's how we're going to do it. So, Chonky boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys, where are we going to see the most action at? Let's go put you in. We're going to put Chonky boy in Cuba, because I have a feeling that that's going to be where it gets really kind of crazy. And we'll just set you guys there. Boom. Alright. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are going to start out in Spain. Doesn't really matter where in Spain, because we'll deal with that later. So let's just put you in western Spain somewhere. And we'll reposition as needed. That looks like a good enough place. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are going to be out in the Philippines. Where are you at, Philippines? There we go. Put you in Manila. Boom. I almost want to put one more in Cuban Manila. Maybe we don't need that much in Africa. Because we've got Western Sahara. We can always reposition a little bit. I'm thinking we're going to need a couple more in the Pacific. So let's, because that's going to be hard to support. So we're going to put 2 more of these in Manila. I'm going to put these in East Philippines. And then you guys, your last 2 guys, we're going to put you in Africa. And there we go. We'll automatically add crew. So now we're ready. Alright, now we have ships, and it is January 1890. Alright, so we are losing the monies. That's not good. So we're going to scale this back a little bit. 25%. So we're just not losing quite as much money. And then our fleets, they're all in being, so that's good. So they're not doing anything weird. Alright, so first up, we got to make money and stay out of trouble for a little bit. Our research is going to chug along. Our fleet's doing what it's doing, so we're not going to worry about that. And let's just double check and make sure. We're going to spread our guys out. So we got these 5 here, so we're going to put a couple of these guys. I'm going to move 2 of you to here, to Havana. Oop. And then zoom it a little bit here. And then the other guy, let's go ahead and put a couple based out of Gitmo. That's 6,000 tons. We'll put one of them in Gitmo. We'll put Chunky Boy in Gitmo. Alright, so that way they're spread out. Look at our Spanish buddies. Where are you guys all at? Okay, you're all here. So let's move 2 you guys up here. Boop, boop. And let's move... Oh, do we have to zoom in a little more? There we go. Let's put 1 of you guys over here just to keep an eye on the French. And leave the other 2 to sort of hang out here near Gibraltar. At some point I want to take Gibraltar. Alright, then we got in Western Sahara, we got 2 cruisers here. I think I want to put 1 of them down here. Just to keep an eye on that. And the other guy can just stay where he's at. That's not bad. Because you guys will be easy to reinforce if I have trouble. Almost tempted to put 2 of them down there, but I think 1's enough. And then over here in the Philippines, we got 2, 5, and we want a couple of them just sort of hanging out. So we're gonna, because we can always consolidate these ships if we run into trouble. So I'm gonna put 1 of you guys out here. And I'm going to put 1 of you guys up here. And I'm going to put 1 of you guys down here. Alright, so we got pretty good coverage. And are there any other territories we're forgetting? No, I think we're in good shape. So let's go see what we got. And like I said, we're going to try and stay out of trouble as long as we can. Oh hey, the Suez Canal. And that's a Russia problem, and that's a Turkey problem. It's a Germany problem. None of these are our problem. And Singapore Strait, that might affect us a little bit. Strait of Gibraltar, yeah, that's an us problem. And all right, so what do we have now? Realistically, we are going to make sure just go make sure all of our guys are in being still. Just because I want to keep kind of a low profile for a little bit. And then we're just going to take a couple of turns and see if anything interesting happens. I'm just not quite ready to get in a fight yet. Let's see. More naval budget, that's probably a good idea. I think we need more naval budget. I know some people say to build up the economy first, but we need to... Tensions increase. Oh, yeah, I need to get this number a little bit higher. And now we can start upping our training a little bit, and we're still profitable. Alright. Then as we get our transport capacity up, that'll make a big difference. And let's go check our tech real quick. See if we're getting any progress towards this. We're getting there. We're getting there. At some point, actually, what I ought to do is I need to go and develop my my cruiser tech a little bit, so that I can build the Chunky boys a little bit bigger. Wow, we have a lot of unrest. Look at that. I really don't want more unrest. So let's start working on that a little bit. And good relations. Yeah, let's get rid of unrest, and yeah, it's gonna hurt our money, but we really need it. Let's go make the volume just a little bit lower. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's just keep on chugging along. Progress through technology. Yay, better guns. And looks like Mexico likes us. Alright. He would like to buy a Chonky boy from us. Well, I'm not opposed to it. And we've got, it's not that much profit. I don't know how long it takes to build. 10 months. We're not going to do anything for a while, so we'll sell him a Chonky boy. Alright. How are we doing research-wise? Hull strengthening. That'll make it a little bit better. We can start getting our battleships. We still need bigger ports. And we got 20% of the way there. We got a ways to go. At least the Chonky boys are small, and we can afford to build a bunch of them without using up our port strength. And they're just still trying to provoke us. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more, because I don't want to have to talk that loud. And let's see how that works out. Alright, there we go. And we're just going to keep on marching along, developing technology, and hoping nobody attacks us until we're in better shape. I really don't want to piss off the United States. We do need more budget. I really don't want to, but our unrest is the biggest problem. Yeah, alright, we'll just keep doing that as our finances. Yeah, our finances are still okay. That unrest to 21.6, I really want to get that under control, because I don't want to lose provinces or have people all pissed off at us. And we're getting our battleship 3s, but I don't care about battleships really until I get to Dreadnoughts. And he wants a Chonky boy. Yeah, he can give you a Chonky boy. We got plenty of building capacity, and the United States is making nice with us, so that's good. And I know it's kind of a boring start because we want to get into some fights, but I don't know if our Chonky boys are quite ready yet. I wouldn't mind upgrading them. Some nice profits. Alright, how's our... Yeah, we're using about half our building capacity, so that's probably about as many as I want to sell. And our engines will be ready soon. I really want to get up to like the geared turbines, and then I'll probably stop on the engines, because that's enough. My goal is I want to be able to build Dreadnoughts that can go 30 knots. That is my goal, and to do that I need good boilers, I need good engines, and I need Dreadnoughts, of course. And right now we are just keeping quiet. Nobody pay attention to us. We're just Spain. Everybody likes us. We'll wait until you're nice and complacent, and then we will unleash the Spanish Inquisition. Alright. I don't even know if we need to upgrade the Chonky boys yet, because I don't think anybody is... The US is a little bit pissed at us. They might cause a problem. Let's see here. I don't know if that'll make that big of a difference yet. We can go a few more turns. We've gone a year so far without anybody attacking us, and that's great. I know this is a boring start. Oh, our shipping companies began to complain of... Yeah, the Suez Canal hasn't even built yet. What are you talking about? I make an official protest, which I don't really want to do. I I don't really want to do that, and I don't want. I really need to get the unrest under control before I get in a lot of trouble. All right. Well, let's see how bad are things with the U.S. 72. We're gonna have to do something about the Chonky boys soon. We're gonna have to upgrade them. Actually, what would be really good. Let's see. Don't like that. Don't. Yeah, we'll just blame Germany a little bit. I don't want to. I don't care so much about my naval prestige. This reduces unrest, and we've got the money, so let's go and just keep reducing that unrest, because that's our most important thing right now, I think. And it's not that important. How are we doing? We have the Mark II 2-inch guns. That's good. That'll be good for shooting down destroyers. But let's just keep on chugging away. Nobody bother us yet. And my guess is when we upgrade... Oh, that's good. Stronger stuff. When we upgrade the Chonky boys... I'll take a few turns. Minus 78. We're getting kind of close. We'll go push it a little bit further before we try and upgrade them. So I really want to make them as good as possible before the U.S. gets pissed at us. And then we'll upgrade the ones in Cuba first. Let's make sure everybody's still in being. There's a couple people that are in sea control. And let's just in being you guys. And the hardest part's going to be all these guys are green. Well, some of them are cadets. Alright, it's not the end of the world. Alright, how are we? 78. Yeah, we're still good. We're good for a few more turns, I think. Let's see if we can get a little bit more tech before we upgrade the Chonky boys. I don't like that. More budget. That'll raise some unrest, but there's not really... We're going to need more naval budget coming up. I really don't want to get the unrest any higher, though, so we'll probably acquiesce to that for now. How are we doing finance-wise? Yeah, we're still doing okay. And, oh, our transport capacity is up there at 200%, so we're good. So our economy's going to grow. And we got some good economic growth going on. Our shipyard's almost finished. You know, it'd be interesting, actually. Instead of worrying about the hull strengthening yet, let's see if we can make the cruisers a little bit bigger, because it's going to be some time before we get Dreadnoughts anyhow. We need to get the engines first. So let's make the cruisers a little bit bigger first, and that way we can, when we modify the Chonky boys... I don't like this idea. So that's 3 unrest. That'll be minus 2 unrest. I really don't want to give them money, but I've got money to give them. Yeah, I'm just not quite ready to get into a fight with these guys yet. So we're just going to play it nice and chill for a little bit. We're going to bide our time. You guys really want us to get in a fight with the U.S., don't you? There's no possibility that doesn't give us some unrest. Yeah, let's try and make things a little bit better at least. Yeah, we'll agree. We can go and, because these guys will be our allies later. Venezuela. Yeah, alright, let's see. How are we doing on... Yeah, we got plenty of shipbuilding capacity left. And then hopefully this next cruiser design upgrade will be for heavy cruiser. And I think I probably need about 5,000 tons to upgrade the Chonky boy. Let's actually see if we view the ship. So right now it's at 4,000 tons. If we refit it, and then we widen the beam, and maximize the draught, it gets up to 5,200. So we can have a 5,500 ton Chonky boy is the maximum that we can do. That would of course affect the 19.8, 24.3. So that makes it more stable. So widening is probably the biggest thing we can do. And so as long as we get up to 5,000 tons would be enough, I think. So we're not going to save that. We'll deal with that later. Even 4,500 tons would help a little bit. Then we can make them a little bit wider and more stable when we upgrade them. And these guys aren't going very fast anyhow. They're never going to go fast. That is not their job. They are not pursuit cruisers. So I really want to get that unrest down. There we go, induced boilers. That is important. That'll certainly make things easier to go faster. And so 4,500 ton heavy cruiser. Yeah, so we'll work on the cruisers till about 5,000 tons, and that'll be good enough. And then by that time, hopefully we'll have things going a little bit better to upgrade our Chonky boys. But if the United States gets too hostile, oh, we're in some trouble now. This is going to be bad. So we are not ready for our discovered acts of... Guys, you don't be spying on the U.S. That's stupid. We're not in a position to spy on anybody or piss anybody off yet, because we are just little tiny Spain. It's going to be a lot of unrest, and that's going to be less unrest, and this would probably lead to war. So we're gonna negotiate some terms, and we are 4,500 ton heavy cruiser, and we are probably out of time. So let's see here. What's the U.S. minus 70? I think we're getting towards that time where we ought to refit the Chonky boys. Let's see what we can do with them at least. So I want to make them a little bit better before we get into a fight. Alright, so now that takes us a little bit better. And we can go to induced boilers, and that... Wow! Holy moly, look at that. Our ship is efficient now. We are super fuel efficient. Look at that, baby. Alright, so the first thing is our 2-inch guns are now Mark II, so they're going to be more accurate. These 3-inch guns are still Mark I, but that's okay. I'd like to eventually get these babies up. Alright, and then if we go to, instead of the steam basic engine, we're going to go steam expansion engine. Saves a little bit of weight. Not much. What's the difference? It's a little bit less weight, a little more fuel efficiency, A little bit less damage, so they're a little bit better. Alright, so they're not great, they're a little bit better. But I bet... not quite. Well, let's see if we can... minus 14.3... minus 14.4... minus 14.35... minus 14.25... oops... minus 14.32... oh, minus 14.33. There we go. So that's as... no, that's as big as it's going to get. So we can go 17 knots at... let's see if we can go 17.5 knots. I mean, that's not bad. If we go 17 knots, we're super fuel efficient. And I don't think we have any better... oh, gun cotton. Well, that's gonna be a big improvement there. All right, so that's a start. Really want better armor, but we're not researching that yet. Maybe just leave it at 17 knots and tack on some more armor, or make this guy go a little faster. We're pretty well armored though. We've got reasonable armor. The fuel efficiency's not super. I mean, it's important. It's not that important. Our range went down a little bit. Can we go 18? We can. 18.2, 18.3. Let's just stick with 18 knots, because that's respectable, and we can start adding a little bit of... actually, we get more stability if we add more deck armor. Oops. You can't get that much deck armor. We can go with a little bit of superstructure armor. I don't know if that's that important, because we're not that fuel efficient. Maybe we just chunk up the conning tower. There we go. That looks pretty good. It's still chunky. It's a little bit faster. 18 knots is a lot better than 16 knots. I think we have a winner. All right. We're going to save you. Boom. All right. So, which of the ships are in Cuba? Let's go find out what their names are. Then we're going to refit those first. And now I feel a little bit more comfortable. Although what I really want is a better rangefinder. We're going to have to work on that next. So, we got Velasco and San Martin. Velasco and San Martin. We're going to... oh, it's only going to take a month to do it. Heck yeah. And how much, we got almost 30,000 tons available, so let's just start going. 8, 16, that's 20, 24, 28, uh-oh, we did too much. That is too much. I screwed up. We're going to suspend that one. And... alright, well... I screwed up, so we're just gonna suck it up and deal with it. And Alright, well, not the end of the world. We'll just keep on keeping on. Actually, I don't know if I need to... I don't know if I need to keep on working on you. I mean, we can make the chunky boys a little bit bigger with the bigger draft, but it's not the end of the world. So let's... I think these will be good enough for now, so let's get into the... I really want the rangefinders. Let's focus on rangefinders, because that's going to be important. At least get the basic rangefinders, and then we'll get back to building dreadnoughts, or to researching dreadnoughts. And one more turn should probably finish upgrading the current batch of ships. Still have 21 unrest, so we don't want that. So man, I really want to be... Yeah, we're not giving you guys free stuff. That ain't happening. All right, how are our... Yeah, we're still making money, so we're okay. Gonna build more shipyard because that's important. That shipbuilding capacity is all good. So resume you, and we have about 30,000 tons to refit more ships. 8, 16, 20, 24. Oh, because these are 4,500 tons and not 4,000 tons. So let's just see how that does. We can do like 2 more. That time we nailed it right. Yep. I forgot that we made the chunky boys 4,500 tons instead of keeping it 4,000, and so that's why my math was wrong. And let's see how our little ships are doing. Eight of them still in refit. And then once we get into good shape, then I'm going to get us into a fight. I think we'll inevitably be in a fight with the U.S. And I'm not looking forward to that because they have a big economy. And that doesn't do well for us. But we are no longer refitting any ships. Alright. And let us refit the last of the chunky boys. And we are in good shape. I wonder how we're doing on the... Oh. Nah. Some of our industrialists want to invest in modernized shipyards. What's your opinion? I mean, that's a good deal for us, except it gives a bunch of unrest that we don't want. It'd be better to modernize our own stuff. So basically, either way, that's really the best option. Alright, we'll deal with it. There's a military crisis. Government suggests using our current situation to strengthen our influence. Send a division. I'm not sure who Comoros is. I really don't want to deal with... all that yet. And we're going to have to eventually start blasting ships to build up our naval prestige. And there's our 5,000-ton heavy cruiser, so that'll be coming along. The rangefinders are slowly coming along. I feel like we are probably in a position where we can deal with most things. Although I'm curious, what does the U.S. have for? Well, they're chilling out. That's good. They've got fuck. They've got a lot of ships. That's an awful lot of ships. The Brits, the Germans, everybody has an awful lot of ships. And these chunky boys are going to be good for defending against small stuff, but they're not going to be taking out. They're not going to be taking out big stuff. I mean, maybe if there's enough of them, they might. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do until we can get some proper battleships, and I really don't want to go to war and pick a fight. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, Russia, I'm sorry, but we're not getting involved in your stuff. We're not going to get involved in anyone's stuff, because I don't want to end up in somebody else's war. And these are coming along, multiple expansion steam engines. So those are going to come along nicely. Alright. So we're just going to keep on chugging away. And it could be that we're just too small of a fleet for anybody to really care about. And that could be. I expected somebody to attack us by now. But now that I'm feeling a little more confident with the chunky boys, especially once we get the better rangefinders and once they start getting trained up a little bit, then maybe we'll get into a fight. Let's go check how the... Everybody still kind of is ambivalent towards us, and that's good. That's a perfect... we got some allies who don't care, or we don't care about that much. But yeah, most of these guys just don't care about us that much, so I think that's a good spot. We're making some money. Alright, so at this point we can just stay neutral on the transport capacity because it doesn't ever get above 200%, it looks like. Our economy is slowly growing. 7% growth is nice. Our stuff is cheap. And unrest is content. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, it's bad, but it's not terrible. Alright, so what's the special? Okay, that'll be nice. So yeah, so we'll do another upgrade to the chunky boys once we get a little more tech. I feel like we could get into a fight with like China or somebody small. I just don't want to get into a fight with the U.S. or England because that's gonna be a pain. Although I'm sure it's just a matter of time. Is there anything interesting going on over here? There's just nothing. Nobody cares about us at all. England's getting a little bit mad. And I just don't feel ready to... We don't have an offensive force. We've got basically a shore patrol force. And so that's just not... There we go. 6 more months. And then the rangefinders will be ready. And a lot of it is you just don't want to get into a fight that you're not prepared for. Oh, civil unrest in China. I really don't want to get more unrest. So I guess we'll blame England, because that's always good. Just blame somebody else for the problems. I really want to get this unrest down to 0, though. We got 4 more turns on the rangefinders. And then once we have the rangefinders in good shape, then we'll do our next upgrade. It's going to be a while till our 8-inch guns are ready. No, I don't really... Naval prestige. Probably need some naval prestige. We got plenty of money, so let's do that. All right. We should be getting close to our rangefinders. One more turn. Oh baby. And these are the 3-inch guns. We might wait till we have the better 3-inch guns also, because that's going to be just 3 more months. Yeah, unfortunately these 8-inch guns are really useful. We don't have the Mark II 9-inch guns yet either, so there's no point in trying to go there. I think the 8-inch is the way to go. Alright, so we'll do this. Get our rangefinders. Up. China and Japan, not my problem. There we go. Rangefinders. And so now we will uncheck the rangefinders, and I mean that would make the armor a lot lighter, or we can start going for better armor. Let's make the armor a little bit lighter. 3 turns, and then that'll make for a good upgrade. 1 turn. Ha 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 ha. Two turns. Ha 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 ha. There's my 3-inch guns. And 3 turns. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's see if this does it. Alright. There we go. Got the armor forging. We'll start tossing some into armor quality and get that done, because we still have a ways to go for Dreadnoughts. Let's get the armor a little bit better. And 1 more turn for this economizer, and that'll make it. Yeah, let's wait 1 more turn before we upgrade the Chonky boy. And alright, there we go. So now we are ready to go. Let's make our shipyards bigger. Transports are good. The crew training is solid. Their average level's cadets, which suck, but that's okay. We're going to view the ship here, and we're going to make the Chonky boy a little chunkier. So first off, if we want to, we could increase the draught. So let's... So right here we've got a 67 ton gap. If we get up closer, if we start getting more weight, we start getting a couple 100 tons of extra. Couple 100 tons of extra space. 5.5. So here we've got 225 or 227. If we make it a 0, what is it? All right, so So 5.55. All right, so that gives us the most extra tonnage to play with. And we got the Mark II 3-inch guns. Can we make these longer yet? We got the rangefinder. Boom. Makes us more accurate. And oh, look at this. We can make our 2-inch guns a little bit longer on the turrets, and that'll give us a little more accurate. 2.8 at 2,500 meters versus. Well, these are still better. All right, so this isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. All right, but we want to be a little bit more. Get some deck armor here just to stabilize things a little bit more. We got better engines now. Look at that. And we are in good shape on this ship. We got some extra tonnage, and I don't really. I mean, we could put some guns in the front and back, but I don't really like these positioning, and most of our problems are going to be from the sides anyway. What we could do is on these 3-inch guns, if we made these 3.9-inch, let's see what 2.7, and that'll make them a little more accurate. Makes them a lot heavier though. So it would be 32 tons total, and if we just had them normal, they're a lot lighter. We're gonna keep them. I think we're gonna keep them small for now, just because I want the rapid firing. Well, how much of a difference does it make? It's got a 7.8 shots per minute. And 5 shots per minute, 2.7% accuracy at 2,500 meters versus 2. That makes a little bit of a difference. 5.5 kilometers, maximum range. That's half a kilometer, but we're not going to see that far because we only can see 5,400 meters. I think we're going to leave these small, save the weight, and I think we need some front and back armor. So let's whoops, too much. Whoops. All right, so that's probably about as much as we're gonna get it. Really don't like this aft weight offset problem. Can we squeeze a little bit more? Oh, that's interesting. That raises the superstructure's raising our pitch. All right, we'll just leave you there then. So I want to keep it under 25%. Reduce some main belt. We could. Where can we add a little bit of extra oomph? Let's see here. On the turret armor, we can't put any armor on those things. Alright, so let's just it's probably good enough as it is, but that's going to be a lot of weight. I'll just do that. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, so here's my newest Chonky boy. We're going to go upgrade these. And then I think we are ready for a fight. At least a small fight. And hopefully we're fast enough that we can outrun the enemy battleships. That would be really nice. Alright, so we have 70,000 tons of available refitting. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We'll leave a little bit of a gap just to make sure. Yep. We'll refit 2 more Chonky boys. Alright. We are cooking with gas, so 3 turns to do that. Oh, you know what? I want to double check something. I want to double check my research real quick. Yeah, okay, we're good. That's gonna take a while. All right. Then once we refit the Chonky boys, we are then going to change them to sea control, which will get our crew trained a little bit faster and maybe piss off some people a little bit. Alright, so those are finished. We're going to refit the last of the Chonky boys. And here we go. There's 1. And 2. Oh. Oh, hey, holy crap, our unrest is at 0. Look at that. When did that happen? When did that happen? I think the news should keep to itself. Alright, well, our naval prestige is positive, and our unrest is at 0. I did not see that coming, so I guess we're in good shape. So now we are ready for a fight, now that our nation is behind us. Alright. That looks pretty solid. Can we afford to be in sea control? We can. We can afford it. All right. Five more months till we get the new armor, and then we will go back to researching Dreadnoughts, because that's our long-term investment. Now the biggest fear is that because everybody else gets a lot of bonus money, that we're going to end up in a lot of... What is this? They present us an ultimatum. Extraction of a defector who requests amnesty in our country. I don't care about that. I don't really want any more unrest, so we're just going to say screw off. 3 more turns. We're starting to piss everybody off. I just hope we don't get into too many fights all at once. That's going to be the other problem. And I probably actually need more ships than I currently have, because if I get into a fight, they're going to have a lot of tonnage on me. And that's going to be a problem. I didn't think of that. Semi-armored cruisers. Alright, one more month on the armor. I guess we could upgrade the Chonky boys again. Or probably just wait until we get better engines and do it all at once. I don't want to have to keep... we can get a bunch of money, or get less money and not have the problems. Let's do the less money and not have the problems. So we have the nickel steel armor. All right. So we're in pretty solid shape, and we're going to go back to researching dreadnoughts. And I really just don't care about these other things. What's that? Torpedo protection. I mean, that's actually kind of important. I don't know if 5 months. I really don't want to get hit by torpedoes. What does that do? That'll be 20% less torpedo damage. Torpedoes aren't a big problem yet. So really the problem is I can keep going for the dreadnoughts, or I can do the protective stuff I need to beef up the Chonky boys. Oh, the torpedo protection. Yeah, screw it. We'll get the torpedo protection. It's just delaying my dreadnoughts, but I think it's going to be a while before I get to them anyway. I wonder if I should try and pick a fight with somebody. Maybe out in Asia. Boiler efficiency upgrade. And what I might do... I mean, China's not that powerful. I kind of want to get into something, into a scrap with somebody. And I could try and start grabbing some of China's stuff. But I don't want to be in a big fight that's over my head. Oh, hey, look at that. Scandal's broken out. I don't like that idea. I don't like it. Oh, we can just blame the Russians. That's convenient. They're easy to blame. Everybody blames the Russians. So we got 2 more turns for the hull protection, and we'll get the boilers also. We can start edging towards a fight. I really want to see how these Chonky boys are doing. I'm surprised that I haven't gotten into a fight yet. I mean, we can... Yeah, we'll do that just to scrap it up a little bit. Now, my fear, though, is that if they've got battleships, I don't know if my Chonky boys could take out a battleship, because they are a little small. There's my torpedo protection. And we'll put it towards the hull strengthening. Oh, a semi-dreadnought. So we're getting close to dreadnoughts. All right, let's see how that goes. I can't believe we haven't gotten into it with anybody yet. I mean, you would think that everybody would be trying to beat the crap out of Spain because we're small and inconsequential, but maybe that just means that nobody wants to mess with us because we're not worth the trouble. Because surely our 19 Chonky boys are not that intimidating. Alright, so let's see what a semi-dreadnought is. That doesn't look very impressive. We got this front tower. What's our spotting range on that? 9,000 spotting range, but I can't stack the. I don't get barbettes yet, so this is really sort of useless. Although I could. I mean, I could stack a lot. You know what I could do? I mean, I don't have dual secondary guns yet, but I could stack me some. I could stack some 8-inch guns here. This might not be so bad. If we oops. 17,600. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know what kind of speed can I get on these? Oh wow, that makes it a little heavy. These are all Mark 1s. Alright, so let's see, that's going to be at 5,000 meters, it's a 4.1, 5.1. Let's compare these guns. Because none of these are Mark 2s yet. And let's go increase their gun diameter and see if that does anything weird. So that's at 5,000 meters, 4.9. And 0.6 at 10,000 meters. 5.9. So these are better guns. You know, these 12 inches are better, or the 13 inches are better than the 12s. The problem is that we may not have enough room for all this stuff. Oh, did you mess up the 8-inch gun? And we can make these guns a little bit bigger also. This gives them nice accuracy. And we need some funnels, air intake funnel. What is this space here that I can't do anything with? Okay, well, whatever. So I guess we're gonna put a couple of these in, because that's all I can do. Oh, that's really fuel efficient. Let's go upgrade this stuff. What is the difference between nose fuse and blaze fuse? I don't care about the shell penetration. Alright, so the problem is I may have to go iron plating just to be able to fit everything. How fast are you? We're gonna cut your range. You want to go at least 18 knots. And I really want to give you the better... Well, that's... No, I really need that. I'd like it to go faster, but this is actually not bad for battleship. It's going to be a stopgap to let me... It's not a Dreadnought, but I've got these 8-inch guns which are going to be really good at taking out bigger ships. Oh, and I can put a bunch of these little boys on there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if I want to put these in the front and back. $28. Yeah, screw it. They don't have good fields of fire, but that's okay. And I think we're going to go with just 12 inches of armor. And there we go. I really want 3 inches of deck armor. It won't make a difference. That's not a lot of deck armor. It's not stable. I really need to make it more stable. I mean, this has big guns for taking out big ships, but it's not going to be as tanky. A little bit tanky. It's not that bad. And what I could do, actually, is I can take you, and we're just going to put you a little further. I'm going to put you a little further back. That didn't make that much of a difference. And if we take you, and let's try and shrink that back a little bit, and give a little more deck armor to start trying to stabilize you a little bit. I mean, it'll just need better armor coming up, I think. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Alright. I don't know if I should build... I mean, these aren't terrible. And I can put... The nice thing is I can put these big guns on the sides, and I'm looking forward to that. And there's nothing for me to put up there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I could put... put those there. Those guns are so much bigger than the previous ones. No, I'm just not going to worry about the... I'm going to drop the 4 belt down a little bit. And... that's pretty balanced there. Can I do some super... oh, there's some inner deck. Whoops. There we go. That's good enough. And we'll call this the Super Chunky Boy. Alright. I really want to get better pitch, but once my armor gets better, I can add more deck armor, and that'll help a little bit. So, but now I have something that could take out a battleship. And... although maybe I shouldn't have built it quite yet. Because we're going to be getting better research soon. But this will be sort of a stopgap. We can eventually use these as invasion ships if need be. Yeah, because we got... well, that's 10 months until we get that engine. 8 months if we turn that off. No, we'll just do it. Alright, so... and then let's see what we can do, if there's any upgrades we can do with the Chonky Boy. I don't think they're... on the compound we can go with the nickel steel armor and the anti-torpedo. Oh, there we go. There we go. That makes you a little bit chunkier. And the white powder is better. And... you know what? I don't think I care about the armor penetration on the high explosives, because it's mostly going to be going for like destroyers and stuff. So I don't know if that's going to be much of a big deal. I mean, minus 55 shell penetration, though. Ugh. What's the shell penetration on these 8-inch guns? They're... wow, that's bad. That is bad. That's still kind of bad. Screw it. Alright. We're gonna go with the, we're gonna go like that. Alright, so... I really like these Chunky Boys. I hope they perform well. Get a little more oomph on there, and we can start upping your deck armor a bit, or your belt armor. We'll do that. That's good enough. That's too much. We should probably do some... some fore and aft deck armor also, but... these guys will never be speed demons, so I don't care about that. That's probably pretty good right there. I think that's good. Alright, here's my new Chonky boy. And a little bit of an armor upgrade. Alright, so we want to refit these guys pretty quick, but we also want to get a couple battleships going. So let's see how we can do this. We'll probably build like, I probably only need 4 battleships. Two for the east and 2 for the west. And I think that will be perfect. And so these guys, the super chunky boy, you're going to go in Cuba. Actually, we're going to actually keep you in, probably in Spain. We'll put you here for now. And then you guys are going to go to Manila. Alright, that leaves us with, well, I guess that took up most of the tonnage. Well, never mind. That shouldn't have taken up that much. It's 30, no, it does. Yep. Alright. Well, we are just going to have to build super chunky boys, and the regular chunky boys are good enough for now. I really don't want to go to war with the US yet. And we don't care about my naval prestige, so, because we will gain naval prestige as we once we start slaughtering our enemies. So Hero's so excited to play Spain, thinking everybody's going to jump on me, and instead it's just people are just leaving me alone because I'm small and insignificant, and I might just go through the whole game. Oh wait, more naval budget. Even more naval budget. We can afford some unrest. Let's go for naval budget. And if we get into a fight with Japan, that's not the end of the world either, I don't think. Although I don't know if Japan has anything for us to take if we beat them in a fight. Multiple expansion steam engines and better funnels. Alright, so we're slowly getting there. Tell you what though, the game sure does, you sure do develop technology quickly when you're not in a fight with everybody. How much more time do we have for these battleships? I think they're what, 10 turns to build or 12 turns? They should be getting close to done. 8 more months. Ugh. Alright. Alright. At least the other stuff's coming along. And we should be coming along close to the engines, too. By the time we build the battleships, they're already going to be obsolete. Hey, look, new engines! Yay! We got the hull strengthening already. Alright, well, keep chugging away till the battleships are done, and then we'll refit the chunky boys. I might as well delete the other chunky boy expansion and just redo it with the better engines because we haven't built any of them yet. I am amazed that nobody's jumped on me yet. I'm really amazed. I did not think that they would go this long. Let's see if I can build bigger port yet also. That should be coming up soon. 6,000 ton heavy cruiser. Yep, there we go. Let's make you bigger, and I've got some extra tonnage, so I could start refitting chunky boys. Just do 2 at a time. Yeah, these chunky boy 5s. Let's view. Let's go and upgrade these a little bit more actually, because I think we can get that newer engine in. There we go. That's better. We're getting more fuel efficient. And then also the soft cap. That's exactly what I want. Those will be nice. I'll use the soft cap throughout most everything. And that all looks good. That all looks good. Do I go for... No, there's not enough tonnage for faster speeds. So let's... Boom. Really want 1 inch. That's good there. And... there's just not enough room for that, is there? The turret armor's fine. That doesn't seem right. Aft offset 0.2. I really hate how they... And now the ship's overweight, so... There we go. That's sort of close enough. All right, I guess that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we can refit 2 chunky boys at a time and have enough building capacity. So that's what we got. There we go. All right, so let's double check first. We've got, yeah, we got 10,000 tons. So we will refit you 2, and this should go pretty quick actually. Especially if they're, yeah, especially if we get them done in 1 turn. Russia and China are at war. Womp womp. Alright, well, I'm definitely ready to get into a fight, but not until German and Russian are at war. Well, definitely pissing people off. Glad it's not me. Oh wait, are the battleships ready? Oh, the battleships. Oh, they're commissioning, and those aren't going to make much of a difference. So, but what this means is I have lots, 20, 30, 40, 50, oh, we can refit all the chunky boys now, and we are still fine. Of course, we'll have to refit the battleships as soon as they're commissioned with the better engines. That's kind of dumb. But I guess the engines get put in first, so. And are you commissioned? Nope, one more turn. Alright, guys. Are you finished? They are commissioned. Alright. Is there any research that I care about? Advanced boiler funnels. I don't think that's going to make a difference. Control stations. Can I get that done quickly? 2 months. And it'll increase my gun aiming speed. So no, I don't care about that. Alright, we'll give it 2 months to get the better aiming speed. I'm not sure if this... I don't know if this actually matters, though, in the ships, or if it just gets applied to everybody. We'll just give it 2 turns, and then we'll go build the refits on those super chunky boys. And then I really want to get into a fight. It's like Russia's getting its butt kicked. It's losing a lot of transports. Oh, now what's going on? Why am I? That's interesting. Oh, hey, look, I'm conquering the desert that has, I guess, southern Algeria. All right, buddy, if that's what you want to do, I won't stop you. All right, super chunky boy. Let's go and upgrade you, since we have the better stuff. And we'll refit you. Here we go. Better engine. 420. Yeah, it saved a little bit of weight. All right. A little bit of efficiency. I don't know if there's... Oh yeah, we could do the soft cap, which will do that. I wonder if we can have... Nope, not enough for enhanced reloading. That's okay. Not yet. Let's start making the deck armor a little bit better. Whoops. That's good enough. Alright, that's good enough there. Slowly getting our pitch under control. And this will be our super chunky boy. One month to refit. Alright, so we'll refit all of these, and then we're going to start looking for trouble. Because now I'm feeling kind of confident. Except our ships are inexperienced. We're going to need some more experienced crews here. And since we don't really... Best way to do that is to go blow up enemy stuff. Alright, so refit ship. You know, my ports are bigger too by now, actually. So I probably could have made... the Super Chonky boys a little bit bigger. But that's okay. This is good enough. I will make them bigger next time. Okay, so... There are so many things going on over here. What's my army... Logistics is 18%. Wow, that's terrible. And I'm just getting my butt kicked there by the ungoverned territory. How pathetic is that? Well, I don't have a lot of guys. Alright, so... You guys are so big. Holy crap. Alright, so these battleships, you're green. I could move them down here. And that's basically going to piss off the Americans. Or I can put them right here. And that'll give you a little bit of a position to move around. Huh. I can put them out at sea. I can start just harassing the Chinese. Because you guys are a manageable force. And the Japanese are also manageable. There's a lot of freaking torpedo boats. Holy hell. Look at all that. Chinese like me, Japanese don't, so I could go take out the Japanese, I guess. I don't know if there's anything really worth taking. Oh, Russia's... yeah, they're... Let's go put you guys on sea control so you can start gaining some experience. And I really don't know where I want to put you guys. I could park you off the coast of that and see if we can get a fight with those cruisers. We'll just sort of play it. We'll just keep playing it chill. Maybe we can get a pop-up or something to give us some more tension. Who else at war with Russia anyway? Oh, Russia's getting kind of big. Look at them. They're at war with... Oh, they're at war with everybody. So Japan... Well, no, I guess they're just mostly at war with China. And Germany. Alright, well... I mean, maybe we can pick a fight with Japan. I don't know where we would piss them off from. Well, I guess they're trying to... Let's go park these two battleships off your coast. Let's see what that does. Because I could fight Japan. I don't know if there's a lot that I could really gain from Japan, though. Because we're just kind of doing our thing. What is this? Let's go for more stuff. I'm sort of tired of being nice to you guys. Alright, picking a fight with the US is dumb. But it would be a big fight. Alright, we're gonna do it. Wow, everybody's going to war with each other. Alright, so I think if we're going to risk picking a fight with the US, we ought to take you guys and move you down to... what's the biggest port? Guantanamo's small. It's 24,000 tons. 25, they're both small. Probably... there's a lot of stuff I could try and fight with down here. I guess we'll go here. That's the easiest to get to. Alright. Let's see what happens. We're gonna start being belligerent. Yeah, I really thought that the action would get going faster. Oh, here we go. Alright. So Britain wants to go to war with us all of a sudden. Alright, bring it... oh, holy shit, I'm at war with everybody now. I got caught up into some European conflict. Look at that. So I'm at... or with Britain, France, and Russia. Holy shit. And suddenly I'm allied with the Germans. I don't want to be allied with the Germans, and I don't want to be allied with the US. Mother fudge cake. Alright. Alright. So... wow. Holy crap, I just ended up in a war. Well... things just escalated really quickly. And I hate this automatic alliance stuff because now I'm caught up with all these jerks and I really just want to be neutral and fight like one person at a time. Alright. Alright, see how it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to take a break. And then we will have a Chunky Boy Goes to War next time. That's the plan. So thank you, everybody. And I know this one was a little bit slow, but I'm going to need a little bit of time to think. I was not expecting all of this at once. This has gone a little bit long anyway. So have a good night, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.